TC Popcorn from historic Bosse Field, joined by Zane Clodfelder. You're number 9 with the Evansville Otters, Zane?
You're number 9. You're number 9.
Well, Bosse Field is how old this year?
104 years.
And the anniversary was just recently, right?
Yeah, June 17th.
All right. Well, happy 104th to you, Bosse.
Yeah, no, absolutely, right?
We're out here on the party deck on a very warm Thursday evening, and it appears that summer has finally arrived. But I wanted to give you a quick walk around, so let's just spin this puppy around quick and take a look at the wonders of Bosse Field all around us. I know the top of my head is still in the picture. There, maybe I'll go like that. But I don't know how much you can see like that. Anyway, the lights are on, but we're out here in the party deck because Zane, last time we were here, gave us a little story about Marvin Gray, the flag chairman, and locking the doors and leaving some people on the roof of the press box here at Bosse Field, which, if you caught in that turnaround, is pretty high up there and angled and whatnot. It used to be the old press box up there. But out here in the outfield, behind us, you can see that brick wall. That actually used to be the outfield wall here at Bosse Field, yes?
Yeah, even when Hank Greenberg played here, you know, the Major League Baseball Hall of Famer with Detroit and Pittsburgh, among other teams, when he played for the Evansville Evas back here in the 1930s, that brick wall was the center field wall. And according to all the historians, all the books I've read about this ballpark, Hank Greenberg was the only person in this ballpark to hit a home run to straightaway center field over that brick wall.
And the dimension of that at the time was how far?
That I'm not completely sure about. I'm pretty sure it was 390 if I remember correctly. But still, that was the dead ball era, what we're talking about in baseball. So people didn't hit the ball a long way, but Hank Greenberg certainly did.
And of course, home plate used to be further back from where it is now, or closer? I don't remember what it was.
So no, home plate back when Hank Greenberg played and up until the 1950s was where the pitcher's mound is today. Okay. And then because the pitcher's mound, you know, was further this way, thus that wall made it more feasible.
I don't know if you could see that in there, but that was my attempt to show you where the pitcher's mound was at one point in time.
And so this actual fence that we're in right now, the party deck, as Tim has already mentioned, so the fence that we're right behind, that was installed in 1953, and that's when the dimensions completely changed. So when Evansville had AAA baseball in the 70s and 80s, it was the current dimensions that the Otters play in right now.
Now, how many previous teams played here before the Otters?
Oh man, there are countless ones. It starts with the Evansville Evas back in 1915. You had the Evansville Bees, you had the Evansville Little Evas, and then as you went further along, the names became more recognizable. You had the Evansville Braves, which were a Boston Braves affiliate in the 30s and 40s. You had the Evansville White Sox, of course, a White Sox affiliate in the 60s, and then you had the Triplets in the 70s and 80s.
And one of the other things is, of course, you mentioned Hank Greenberg, but there have been many other Hall of Famers who have played here besides Hank Greenberg.
No, and another interesting thing, you know, Bob Greasy. We always talk about Bob Greasy. He actually played his high school football games in this ballpark because his high school, which actually no longer exists, by the way, was called Rex Mundy. It was on the west side of Evansville. They played their home football games here. In fact, a lot of high school teams played their home football games here until the EVSC built their respective stadiums in the 70s.
And we just had a soccer game at Boomers Stadium yesterday, go figure. Bob Greasy has a statue out in front of the ballpark as well.
Yeah, he has a statue. He, of course, went to Purdue University, played for the Dolphins, won a Super Bowl there. And another interesting thing that I don't think a lot of people know that I love to share is Bosse Field is a former National Football League venue.
Really?
Yes. The Evansville Crimson Giants in 1922 and 1923 were a part of the National Football League. And in 1923, they lost to the Green Bay Packers 38-7. Not here, that was up in Wisconsin, but no. The Green Bay Packers, if you look at their all-time wins, the Evansville Crimson Giants will be one of them.
Wow. This man knows his Bosse Field history, that's for sure. Bosse Field, one of the great venues around the Frontier League. Anything else quickly about this area that we're standing in right now? We mentioned Marvin Gray last time. Behind us is the flagpole, yes? Yeah,
it's the flagpole. Remember how I mentioned Marvin Gray used to be the manual scoreboard operator during the days of the Triplets, so when Jim Leland would look to see what the score was, he was counting on Marvin Gray to keep his balls, strikes, and outs intact.
Bosse Field in Evansville, Indiana, last visit of the season here. Already 9 games down against the Otters. Zane, thanks so much for the quick history lesson.
And I'm sad this is your last trip here, because Tim, I love it when Schaumburg and the Boomers come. First-class organization, first-class broadcaster right here, right here.
I'm blushing. Actually, I'm sweating.
Yeah, no, we're sweating and sunburned,
yeah.
so yes.
Thanks, Zane.